Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, I got a complimentary quad coming your way, man, and it's featuring the music of Radiohead. So, man, we're gonna start first with Let Down, followed by Life in a Glass House, followed by Weird Fishes / Arpeggi, and finally Exit Music for a film. It's in parentheses, for a film. So, man, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks to Chris Drizzle. Thanks very much for the recommendation, man. I also appreciate the links being provided. Chris says, "Greetings, SDB. I present to you a quad of Radiohead. Radiohead goes just beneath my holy trinity of my favorite bands of Zeppelin, Floyd, and the Beatles. And accordingly, Tom York is my second favorite vocalist behind John Lennon. I appreciate how haunting he can sound and the many layers to his voice. And as you put it, I enjoy his lament." Yeah, he's got that down real good, man. Here are a few of my favorites, although there's many more to explore. Alright, so let's hit up our first track, man. And that is Let Down. Radiohead's got a very, very big following on my Beyond platform. Radiohead and Tool, they're just up there like a neck and neck. Alright, man. Radiohead, Let Down. Let's get it. I've heard this song before. I think I've already done a reaction, actually. This song is talking about some serious shit. Feeling of being confined and don't have an answer. Quiet desperation. Nothing or no one to deposit your trust in. Wow. I remember this tune, man. I remember. I can't remember now where I had reacted to it before. What has it been? Four Radiohead reactions so far? It's in one of those reactions. Good song, man. Really good song. I remember about Radiohead. The one thing I remember about Radiohead is that they don't have time for no sappy ass shit. They don't have time to sing about some sappy ass corny love songs and shit like that. They got some serious things to sing about. Yeah, and I remember too that their music videos were really, really very, very complimentary of the subject matter of the song, you know? So these guys, creatively, man, they've really got it in spade. Excellent, excellent. And I've come to learn that it's Tom York who is the creative element of Radiohead, who does the writing and also the singing. Fantastic, man. Really, really skilled bunch of guys. And if I'm not mistaken, they've been around since like the 90s and they're still together. Just really a fantastic resume, man. So, Let Down. Let Down appears on OK Computer. Okay, I've done an album reaction to OK Computer, so I've heard all the songs on OK Computer. Okay, it's the third studio album by English rock band Radiohead, released on the 21st of May in '97 on EMI subsidiaries Parlophone and Capitol Records. Radiohead self-produced the album with Nigel Godrich, an arrangement they have used for their subsequent albums. Other than the song Lucky, recorded in '95, Radiohead recorded OK Computer in Oxfordshire and Bath between '96 and early '97, mostly in the historic mansion St. Catherine's Court. The band distanced themselves from the guitar-centered, lyrically introspective style of their previous album. Previous album being The Bends. OK Computer's abstract lyrics, densely layered sound, and eclectic influences laid the groundwork for Radiohead's later, more experimental work. The album depicts a world fraught with rampant consumerism, social alienation, emotional isolation, and political melee. In this capacity, OK Computer has been said to have prescient insight into the mood of 21st century life. Let Down contains multi-layered arpeggiated guitars and electric piano. Johnny Greenwood plays his guitar part in a different time signature to the other instruments. O'Brien said the song was influenced by Phil Spector, a producer and songwriter best known for his reverberating wall of sound recording techniques. The lyrics, York said, are about a fear of being trapped and about feeling that you get when you're in transit, but you're not in control of it. You just go past thousands of places, thousands of people, and you're completely removed from it. Yeah. Life of quiet desperation, I call that. Of the line, "Don't get sentimental, it always ends up drivel," York said, "Sentimentality is being emotional for the sake of it. We're bombarded with sentiment, people emoting. That's the letdown." Oh my God, man. This guy was talking about the culture that we're presently in way the hell back then. He's probably shaking his head right now. He's like, oh man, all this cancel culture, all of this Me Too, all kinds of shit going on. That's the letdown. Everybody's just so emotional, so butthurt all the time, so quick to become offended, you know? Somebody actually had the nerve once to say to me, don't call yourself a black man, call yourself an African American. That's being professional and politically correct. Oh my goodness. If she wasn't a lady, I would have popped her. So anyway, hey man, I'm telling you, it's just so ridiculous. It's getting just out of control. And these guys foresaw all of that. Feeling every emotive is fake, he says. or rather every emotion, is on the same plane, whether it's a car advert or a pop song. York felt that skepticism of emotion was characteristic of Generation X and that it had informed the band's approach to the album. Right, wow. So look at the lens that he's looking through when he's creating this album. Totally get it, man. Yeah, man. If Generation X was the generation of being a little bit too sensitive, what does he think of the generation now? Anyway, I won't speculate. I'll wait until I read a comment from him about the times we're in now. Alright, man. Let's hit up our next track, Life in a Greenhouse. Radiohead, Life in a Greenhouse. Let's get it. Talking about snobby people.
Of course I'd like to sit and chat, but someone's listening.
He's talking about the fakeness of our present culture.
Once again, we are hungry for that's a strange mistake to make. You should turn the other cheek. Living in a glass house. Of course I like to sit around and chat.
There's always someone listening. You can't even have a decent conversation these days without somebody listening in.
Someone listening in.
Wow. The lament is strong on this one. That's part of this guy's charm, the way he sings. He can slow it down and drag it a little bit and just kind of weep and moan and lament in his delivery. And it gets your attention, doesn't it? It makes you pay attention more to what he's singing. He figured this out a long time ago. He's like, this is the power I've got with my singing style. If I couple my singing style with something very, very interesting to say, something that's relatable, something that people can wrap their heads around, I think that just that alone will be one of those cornerstones of our success. He sat and he figured this out. He probably maybe identified this quality about himself early in his life. And he said, yeah, man, once I get the band going, I'm going to take this premise into our performing style, and it's going to make us successful. And he's right. I know he sat and he's figured this out. Or somebody figured that out about him and told him this, and it's been in his conscious mind. But my point is, he's consciously aware of what he brings to the table where it comes to his singing talent, right? And then, yeah, you match that up with his ability to be a good songwriter and say something with his music. I can see why these guys are so highly regarded. All right. Good song, man. I love the brass. It really just amplifies the lament to me. Very, very smart, whoever decided to include the brass in there. All right. Life in a Glasshouse. Life in a Glasshouse appears on Amnesiac. It's the fifth studio album by English rock band Radiohead, released on the 5th of June 2001 by Parlophone. It was recorded with producer Nigel Godrich in the same sessions as Radiohead's previous album, Kid A, in 2000. Radiohead split the work into two albums as they felt it would be too dense for a double album. As with Kid A, Amnesiac incorporates similar influences of electronic music, 20th century classical music, jazz, and krautrock. The final track, Life in a Glasshouse, is a collaboration with the Humphrey Lyttelton Band. Life in a Glasshouse is about the media intrusion into people's personal lives. Right, someone's always listening. Radiohead were struggling to make the song work until guitarist Johnny Greenwood had the idea of approaching veteran jazz trumpeter and broadcaster Humphrey Lyttelton to help out. Lyttelton spoke to Q Magazine April 2008 about the collaboration. Quote, Johnny Greenwood wrote to me saying, "You may think this is an awful cheek, but we've got this track that we're having difficulty with. We met up in the BBC canteen, and because I knew they were sensitive about being dubbed gloomy, I was hesitant in saying the feel of it would be New Orleans funeral music. I suggested a Louis Armstrong version of St. James Infirmary Blues, which is very much in that vein, and he said that might be it. I turned up with my band, and we just blew for 7 hours with a couple of tea breaks. Every now and then, Radiohead disappeared into the control room. We saw them waving their arms about, and in the end, my chops were sagging. And I said genuinely, I think this is it, we've got it. Tom York had spent quite a lot of time standing on his head in the little booth, or at least he was into positions of meditation. And he said to me, I think so, we'll have something to eat and then do some more. I said, oh no we won't. Unquote. According to Q Magazine, April 2008, the line, she is papering the window panes, is a reference to a story York heard about a celebrity driven to covering her windows with newspapers. Wasn't that Jane Mansfield covering her windows up with newspapers to keep I guess the paparazzi were starting to form back in her day? Wasn't that her? Let me know if I'm right. Alright, let's hit up our next track, man. Weird Fishes, Arpeggi. Radiohead, Weird Fishes / Arpeggi. Let's get it. / Arpeggi. Saying that he's got to follow his own lead and not be led. Otherwise, he's going to be consumed by worms and weird fishes. So maybe he's like a little fish in a group of fishes. Tadpole. Wow, good song. Good song. Wow, I'm still struggling to really get the big main idea of it. I think what I shared with you is my big main idea, but I feel that I'm missing a lot. Maybe I'm missing the big picture of it. Sometimes I miss the main gist of the song. But I think it's about not being led. I think it's about going your own way, blazing your own trail, not being led, not being a follower, something like that. That's the feel that I'm getting from it. Good tune though. It really puts you in this kind of mood, this the way the musicianship keeps kind of leading you. But that's a part of their creativity. These guys really know how to get into your head, man. Radiohead. And make you think. Yeah, and again, they don't have time to be singing about some sappy ass shit. They've got some serious things to sing about. Make you think about things. Yeah, that's the thing that I dig the most about these guys overall. All right, let's hit this up, man. Weird Fishes, Arpeggi, /Arpeggi. Weird Fishes, /Arpeggi, appears on In Rainbows. It's the seventh studio album by English rock band Radiohead. It was self-released on the 10th of October 2007 as a Pay What You Want download, followed by a physical release internationally through XL Recordings in December 2007 and in North America through TBD Records on the 1st of January 2008. It's Radiohead's first release after their recording contract with EMI ended with their album Hail to the Thief in 2003. The lyrics to Weird Fishes are a bit abstract. They seem to suggest that the singer is part of a school of fish. Tadpole, I'd be crazy not to follow you where you lead, quote unquote, but is having second thoughts about following the pack. Why should I stay? Okay, yeah, go your own way, I think, overall. Tom York and Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead, together with the Nazareth Orchestra, premiered this song at the Ether Festival, Royal Festival Hall in London, May 25, 2005. Arpeggi is the plural of the word arpeggio. Arpeggio is playing the different notes from a chord in succession. The word comes from the Italian for in the manner of the harp, unquote. Album reception. On the review aggregate site Metacritic, In Rainbows earned a rating of 88 out of 100 based on 42 reviews, indicating universal acclaim. Various reviewers, such as The Guardian's Alexis Pedridis, attributed the album's quality to Radiohead's performance in the studio and that the band sounded like they were enjoying themselves. Others, such as Billboard's Jonathan Cohen, commended the album for not being overshadowed by its marketing hype. Andy Kellman of AllMusic wrote that In Rainbows will hopefully be remembered as Radiohead's most stimulating synthesis of accessible songs and abstract sounds, rather than their first pick-your-price download, unquote. The NME described the album as Radiohead reconnecting with their human sides, realizing that you can embrace pop melodies and proper instruments while still sounding like paranoid androids. This otherworldly music is alright, unquote. Okay, that is information given for the song and the album. Let's check out our last track, man. Exit Music for a Film. Radiohead, Exit Music for a Film. Let's get it.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape. We escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us. Before all hell breaks loose. Keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve. Breathe. Keep breathing. I can't do this alone. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill. Let you choke, let you choke. We all let you choke, let you choke.